two of the 5 flagship guarantees promised by the ruling Congress in Karnataka, and one would imagine the main one seems to have run into some kind of teething problems. First, the Anna Bhagya scheme, under which 10 kgs of rice is guaranteed to all families of below poverty line or BPL. This scheme was supposed to be launched on the 1st of July, but despite approaching several neighbouring states and after the inability or denial, one would say, of the FCI, Food Corporation of India, in providing rice for the scheme, Anna Bhagya will now be delayed by an entire month. The other guarantee which seems to be facing teething problems is the Gruha Lakshmi Scheme, under which 2,000 rupees per month was promised to women heads of all households across the state. This has also run into actually process driven and some kind of financial problems. This is supposed to hit the ground somewhere between 17th and 18th of August, but eligible women are supposed to register for the same immediately. One could say they were supposed to do it by 15 June and apparently also today, which is the 28th of June. But then what is really disturbing is no legwork has even started yet. Now, is this an auspicious start for the Congress, or some would say inauspicious? And the Congress, which is still celebrating its fabulous victory, is this the proverbial case of biting more than it could chew? Mahesh Chitnis, there was a big meeting which is still, I think, going on. You know, we saw how all the leaders were filing into the Vidhana Saudha. What exactly happened at the meeting, Mahesh?
Yeah, currently the meeting is underway, and as you mentioned, out of 5, only one has been implemented so far. That is the Shakti scheme. Now the government is, in a huddle to implement the Gruha Lakshmi scheme, which assures rupees 2,000 for every woman head of the household. So the earlier the government had said that from June 15 to July 15 there will be a window to to file an application, but that has been delayed due to basically the technical reasons, and that has been put on hold. So ahead of the budget session, which is going to be started on July 3rd, these all these schemes, there has to be some other reasons that the government will have to give to the opposition, or else already Yediyurappa has threatened to stage a protest outside Vidhana Saudha from July 4th. So government has developed an application for especially for exclusive for the Gruha Lakshmi. That one decision the government might take today, and the launch date of it might be announced. The second scheme, which is Anna Bhagya scheme, which the government has been blaming the Corporation of India and the center for not giving rights to the state. So last week, under the leadership of Sidramaya, they held a meeting with the central agencies like NAPAD and NCCF and other agencies to procure rice, and they sought a quotation from them. And today there might be some announcements regarding it.
Professor Puranik, you don't belong to any political party, but you know Karnataka like the back of your hand. Do you think these delays are having an impact on the poor people? After all, you promised them something, you have to deliver. Congress has had a fabulous victory, Professor. On the ground, what are you hearing? Do you think that the people are now getting impatient, Professor?
Definitely, I don't doubt the sincerity or commitment of Mr. Siddaramaiah CM, whom I know for last more than 5 decades. He means business, but the problem is in his, not his, these parties' enthusiasm or the way they wanted to, seize power from the so-called corrupt BJP government, which they allege that 40% commission was being taken and all that. There is no proof for that, but that, you repeat a lie 100 times, that catches the imagination of the people who are in trouble. So I think, they came out with 5 guarantees without any kind of, comprehensive preparation, knowing the consequences and all that. And same thing I mentioned earlier in your channel, that they may not have consulted the experts. They must have been consulted some consultants who are in a position to give some kind of band-aid kind of programs, a sops which sell, in the market. But they forgot to mention that above 5 conditions or guarantees will subject to certain conditions. Small, normally in your marketing things, we always find that small letter word and all that. They never bothered to do it. Otherwise, that would have saved embarrassment. Second thing is, Sudha, the budget of Mr. Bommai is 3 lakh 10,000 crores. Now, Mr. Sidramaya has promised another 45 to 50,000.
Right.
And he has said in an interview that I am going to make up that money, and my savings will be up to 70,000 crores. So therefore, I have no problem in delivering the freebies that I have promised and all that. But it's all the promises of politicians are not reliable, because we have seen for the last 70 years how the poor people of India have been taken for ride.
Right.
And their plight remains. Today 27% of women in Karnataka, they don't know the basic, mathematical kind of calculations, plus and minus like that. So if that is the second thing is, recently High Court has lambasted against the state government, the previous and also the present government has. That is the condition of schools. About 27,000 schools, they don't have proper facilities and all that. When such priorities are there, I think the promises that you have made in the form of Shakti program already you are experiencing. I am sure that will be sorted out, because more buses are needed. But the rice politics is deepening.
Mr. Nagaraju Yadav, I want to bring in, considering that you are from the Karnataka Congress, has your party been over ambitious in announcing these 5 guarantees? Because there are many issues here. Anna Bhagya, you've gone to Telangana, you've gone to Punjab, you've gone to Andhra Pradesh. No go. FCI has said you should have informed us much before. Let us talk about Gruha Lakshmi. It is so complicated. Even I am very scared. The beneficiaries must have a bank account in a bank associated with RBI. Aadhaar card must be linked to the bank accounts. There are so many rules and regulations. The registration has also run into a problem. Were you being over ambitious? You had good intentions, sir, but over ambitious, you think?
Can I speak?
Yes, Mr.
We
Yadav.
were not at all over ambitious at all. It was the needy of the hour, and we know where Karnataka was leading to. We know what was BJP doing it. They were talking about double engine Sarkar. No engine was working properly. That especially Karnataka state government engine was completely failed. People were put in a hardship. They were not able to even have a second meal properly. This was the necessity to the people of Karnataka, only because the constitution guarantees their livelihood should be given to them, and the Food Security Act promises them to give them a proper meal. These are the basic requirements of constitutional norms and fundamental rights, which Congress believes in. There is, and the person who is heading the state government of Karnataka is no other than Sidramaya, who has presented 13 budget. He knows he is well aware of the entire financial situation of Karnataka state, and he also knows how to get the resources. It is not just made a political statement of 5 guarantees called Gruha Jyoti Yojana or Gruha Lakshmi or Anna Bhagya or Yuvanidhi or Shakti program.
Sir, Yadav sir.
Let me complete, madam. I have listened to all the. Let me complete it. Then definitely answer all questions here, because we have discussed with many experts connected to these issues, and we have come up to an manifesto to give this program to people of Karnataka. And we will definitely get the resources. The professor asking for where will he get 70,000? You have to have patience till the budget is announced, and we will definitely see that zero tolerance for corruption.
Let me get.
The second thing, we will not stop all good work what has been done. The previous not only politics or blame game politics. We will not be.
Mr. Yadav, let's not lose cool, sir. You cannot shout so, sir. Am I shouting at you, sir? No. Let's not shout, no. Let's do this debate in a very decent fashion, like the South Indians that we are. Why should we shout and scream? There is no need at all, sir. Let's keep it very decent, sir. I will come back to you. I have heard you, but I have to also introduce other guests, right? So let me go to Prashant sir now. Prashant sir, I want to ask you that this involves everyone in Karnataka. These are your people, Kannadigas, What is the big deal about going and sitting on a dharna because these have failed? Now, Siddaramaiah has also spoken about it and said that let them sit on dharna, whatever. There has been protest after protest, comments after comments from the, BJP party, also ex-Chief Minister, Mr. Baswaraj Bommai. But why are you protesting? I mean, this involves the poor of Karnataka, sir.
This is exactly the reason why we are protesting, because Congress is trying to play with the poor people. They made promises which during election we said that Congress will not be able to fulfill it. People believed Congress, have given them a historic mandate. We bowed to the mandate of the people. But now Congress is doing what it knows best, taking U-turns. And in which fashion? Take the Anna Bhagya scheme. The Center under Food Security Act is giving 5 kgs to every person who's needy, and that's going on for many years and will continue. But now Congress had promised 10 kgs of rice per individual, which means 5 kgs what the center was giving plus 10 kgs which Congress promised to give. Though it is in the Congress's now interest to take it forward that to benefit the people of Karnataka, the poor and needy, Congress has to fulfill it. They can't now fall back upon center and say, look, I have made a promise that I will give 10 kgs, you please fulfill it. What are we talking about? Center, as promised under the Food Security Act, is giving 5 kgs. And even the same Food Security Act, under Section 10, for Antyodaya families, we're getting 35 kgs. So wherever the center schemes are running, they're running properly. There are no problems at all. Congress made these promises with the view, probably as the Professor Chambi Puranik put it across rightly, they did not expect to come with this majority. Once they've come with this majority, now they're unable to find the resources, nor they had planned for it. Therefore, they're into the situation. Why the BJP is talking about Dharna is, we do not want Congress to get off the hook by giving some flimsy reasons and saying that the implementation will be delayed. Then they will say it's postponed by 2 months, 3 months. Then they will somehow ensure that it doesn't reach the need. It shouldn't happen.